No soldier prepares in the battlefield.
No.
Amen.
Amen.
I also bring you greetings from my wife. She's been my bedmate for 20 years.
Hallelujah.
And she keeps looking young.
Amen.
And she says hi.
Hallelujah.
I want to thank God for the life of my sweet uncle, Mr. Kakari. God bless you so much. God bless you. I wouldn't take much of your time. Standing here means you know why I'm here. To share the word of God. Unfortunately, this morning I'm taking you to a different direction. I noticed something when the sister was taking us through praises. She sang a lot of local songs and we felt at home. Thank you. Immediately we zoomed into the foreign atmosphere. We started acting. You act when you walk in a borrowed identity. You act when you are in your real identity.
That's right.
I say it again. You act, you pretend when you walk in a borrowed identity. But you reveal who you really are when you walk in your identity.
That's right.
So there is this song, and I felt so happy when I saw you come in with the we call it Kalangu in Ghana, and the Akans call it Odono. There is this Nigerian song I love so much. Unfortunately, I met that gentleman in Bishop Joshua Talena's church when I went there, and he says, Aka Akaya, Aka Jehovah Nema, Olwe Bubeya, Emeruari Nebeno, Isi Kendu. Ena begi atata akakaya Jehovah name. Talking about the hand of God. And I'm like, oh, I may not look fair, but I'm the handiworks of the Lord.
That's right.
Write this down. If you pray, you are saying, hey, Satan is here, let me look for God. Can I say it again?
Yes, sir.
If you pray, you are saying, Satan is here. Let me look for God. But if you worship, you are saying God is here. I don't care what you think. You didn't get it. Can I say it again? If you pray, you give Satan an itinerary. And if you worship, you give him no work. So the only way to render Satan jobless is to have the life of a worshiper. You see, your amen is so hypertensive. Can you tell your neighbor, I am wired for this?
I am wired for this.
I feel we're going to have a wonderful time today. You see, I am too wired to waste the purpose of my wiring on prayer. You see, as he plays the keyboard, it's bringing you the reason for its wiring. You are not wired for prayer. I'm a strange preacher, so you can look at me strangely, I know. You are wired for worship. You are not wired for and then the prayer becomes rhythmic. I'm a musician, so it becomes rhythmic. Then you have a rhythm for and then each prayer has a topic which goes into Satan's workhouse for him to engage a spirit to operate according to the theme of your prayer. Hey, demon that is reason against my marriage. Then Satan will go to the warehouse. Hey, demon against marriage is go. You have just been invited. Somebody lift your right hand and say, mercy, Lord.
Mercy.
And forgive me if you are expecting me to give you scriptures before I preach. Mr. Kakari knows. Because if I give you the scriptures before I preach, you might have heard many messages from that same scripture. So then your mind will begin to wonder, which one is he going to preach? At the end of the day, my message will be distorted and choked by messages you have heard from that same scripture. So I will give you my scripture at the end of my message, so you know that out of the scripture you thought you knew, a new message can come out of it.
Amen.
So I don't give scriptures at the beginning of my messages. Now, hello.
Hi.
When I sat there and the praises was going on, this song I hear a lot in Nigerian movies. Chineke edema, Chineke edema, Oyekeruwa edema. How many of you know the song? Come on, sing. Ah, Chineke edema, ah, Chineke edema, Oyekeruwa edema. Can I ask you a question? How can you be an indigent if the spirit behind the nation does not recognize you? Prayer does not make you a citizen. Worship does. It is possible for a humble worshiping maid servant to inherit the madam. Not a praying maid servant. Ask me how she will inherit. By capturing the heart of the son of the king. When was the last time you proposed to God? I love the way you are looking at me quizzically. You never thought of that. When last did you propose to God? You wake up in the morning, seeing you have light, then you jump over your Bible to go for your phone to check if you have a message, WhatsApp, Twitter, or whatever. And then when that same guy you jumped to go see breaks your heart, you come back to the God you jumped over because he's a heart fixer. The church today has more demons than God. Because we have more prayer topics than worship. Can you place your right hand on your forehead and say, Lord, heal me.
Lord, heal me.
And make me whole again.
And make me whole
I am
again.
so sick.
I am so sick.
I need your healing hand.
I need your healing hand.
Like I always say, Mommy, I am not a pastor. I am not an apostle. And I am not an evangelist. I am not a teacher. And I am not a prophet. Because all these 5 are meant for men. So they are enough to feed man. So who occupies the office meant to feed God? God does not need prayers. He needs worship. God is not looking for singers. He's looking for worshippers. The fact that you have a voice does not mean you have a God. So stop bluffing with the voice and show me your heart. I am glad I belong to Jesus. I belong to Jesus. I belong to him. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You belong to who? Do you do what he says? Then you come to church and by your makeup, when worship is going on, you don't want to be messed up. Sorry, I'll step on your toes, though, but I'm talking about worship. And when worship is going on, you don't want to mess your makeup up. Happier, see you. Happier. Email. Excuse me, madam. Oh, kaka. It is worship. Oh, yeah. You will forever remain fake in a photocopy. Because you believe in the art, your crayon, and your color pencil. Forgetting that when you were a clot of blood in your mother's womb, he had an artistic impression of himself, and he created you according to himself. So no circumstance will change your looks. No situation will change.
Hallelujah.
Sorry for making you feel guilty, but that is change. Do you know that sometimes the heels we wear can hinder our worship? Abraham, be cool. Don't go there. I'm already there. And the bus is gone, so I'm not leaving now. Are you getting me?
Yes.
We live in times that our worship is determined by the classy nature of our looks. Because I'm wearing expensive clothing, I'm in a designer appearance. No amount of fashion design can equal the price of the way God has fashioned you. Just look at yourself. If your nose were to be here, your ears here and here, and your mouth here, tell me how you will look. Even monster self is an understatement. My darling, you are wired for worship. So when you don't worship God, then you are malfunctioning. Now, any product that malfunctions, either it is taken back to the manufacturer as a rejected product. So you can be in church, but you are rejected. All because, look, you can be the most powerful prayer warrior, but you are powerfully poor. The riches of a Christian is not determined by the quantum of prayer you have in you, but by the humble worship in your spirit. That is what makes you rich before the Lord. So my question to you is, what is your attitude towards worship? I couldn't open my eyes to look around when the worship was going on, because me too are the worship now. Like I would have seen all of us how we were worshiping. And I would have a very spicy message. But because I didn't see you, I'm preaching by the Spirit.
Hallelujah.
I ask again, when last did you propose to God? But we have sweet words to melt the hearts of the most stubborn woman. We have sweet walks to catch the attentions of the guy in town. We have dresses for every occasion, but we don't have hearts for his occasion. God is not in the church. He is by the church, waiting to be welcomed through worship. So the question is, what is worship? I came to talk to you about worship, and you are wired for that. The day it begins to make sounds like I'm in the forest, in Genesis, it says, let us make man. How? So you already look like him. But the likeness means in a way we will like. They, God, will like. Now watch it. In Genesis, it says, in the beginning, God, one, created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was, all along it was one person going about creation. But when it came to man, he said, let us.
Glory.
When it came to you, God needed the Son and the Spirit.
Hallelujah.
So you are not a beast. You are not a tree to behave like a tree. You are not a sheep to behave like a sheep. Hello?
Hi.
Can you shoulder your neighbor and tell the person, wake up before I push you to the ground?
Push you to the ground.
Am I speaking some wisdom to somebody? When it came to you, my sweet sister, he said, let us. But when he was making the monkey, he did alone. You know why? Much is not needed in making things that God will not like.
Hallelujah.
But because he wants to like you. I can't like you if you don't do what I like. But I've already made you in my image. The fact that you are the image of God does not mean you are the like of God. We have many pastors today who don't even take part in worship when church is going on. They will come when worship is over, and they will come spontaneously and bring jargons and vocabularies. I was telling my friend the other time that, Charlie, you guys, I don't know where you get the vocabularies from. Hey! If Niger man they preach, you go no say this one na vocabs. And I sit back and I'm like, what does the vocabulary? You are coming like a caterpillar without brakes. It's corrosive and acidic and phantasmaglorious. And I'm like, my what? Where is it coming from? Let me tell you, the passion you have for something causes you to create. When last did you change your dance during worship? One way. The same way you did it yesterday. Meanwhile, the Bible says, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases, and his mercies never come to an end. They are new. Why do you keep repeating? Change your love. Change your attitude towards worship. This morning on air, your son asked a question. Daddy, how about when worship is going on, then we close the door so the latecomers will not come in? I said, yes. All the 10 virgins were virgins, but only 5 were wise.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And only the wise ones got in. And if the gate was shut, they were virgins, but unworshippers. We can be Christians and not be worshippers. Yes, you can come to church after worship, but you will never see the bride or the groom.
Right.
You can come to church and go home cursed, all because you didn't worship. After all, who did you come to?
That's right.
The God you have come for him to bless you, you didn't worship him.
That's right. Wow.
How many of us are feeling guilty already? Hear me. I'm a musician. He knows. I hold a master's in music. I play the keyboard, I play the drums, I play the bass guitar. But I specialized on the saxophone. As for the voice, I inherited it from my father, who is a Muslim. But I'm doing none of those. You know why? This keyboard has no heart. The bass guitar has no heart. I do. So I am a better instrument to worship God than to rely on instruments. Let me tell you, a church can have the most sophisticated instruments and just 1% of God. And another church can have just kalangu and have 150% of God. You know why? Because the people there have the heart of worship, not the instrument of sound. Do you know why the church today has more problems than the olden days? Because we have less worship and more prayer topics. I am a campaigner of worship. So Satan doesn't like me. Are you getting me? Hear me. Satan is never afraid of a prayer warrior. Didn't Samuel pray? Didn't Daniel pray? Especially about Daniel. Satan didn't bother about it. He just called one of his friends. Hey, go and stop that miracle there. When Peter was arrested and put in prison, the Bible says the disciples prayed. And God sent an angel. Hey, this one I pray, I'll make you go take care of it. But when Paul and Silas and they began to worship, God came himself. Because worship is not the food for angels. My darling, any problem you have, don't mention it. Go on your knees and lift up your voice in worship. Don't mention the problem. Mention your God. And God will come himself. Because no angel can feed on God's food. Worship. When you pray, God will send an angel. But when you worship, he will come himself. Now make your choice. Angel or God. Or as for angels, we have the Gabriels, the Michaels, and what have you. So you can make your choice. But none of them is like me. I am higher than any angel.
That's right.
That is why God rated Lucifer a little higher than the other cherubs because he was cooking God's food. When you eat God's food, you die. Ask your neighbor, what have you eaten? Do you know, mommy, we come to church and even worship is going on. We are checking the message we got on our phone. Fashion, civilization, and the fear of not coming along with society is making us compromise on our worship.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Aye.
You know what? When I was dressing up this morning, my host looked at me and was like, Reverend, make sure your buttons and everything are intact. Then I said, and then after that, if they are intact, then God can tear it all and naked me in public.
Yes, of course.
I can hold everything with padlocks. God can still unpadlock them and reveal my nakedness. I said something this morning and I'm going to say it to you. You can record or write it down. Hear me. The more of God in you equals the more of your sins. I say it again. The more of God in you equals the more of the revelation of sin in you for your perfection. We have too many intelligent sinners in the church, from the pulpit to the pew. The name is pulpit, not put pit. To pull you out of the pit. But now they are rather. And the intelligent sinners, mommy, you can hardly hear any mistake about them. They are so smart that they cover their backs. And they preach it. They look so perfect that you would desire to belong to them. For your information, David was rowdy. He was unpolished.
That's right.
In fact, wife snatcher, husband killer.
That's right. That's right.
He is a wife thief. He goes, snatch your wife and kill you too for talk. And then God will come to him and say, this is the man after my heart. What is the secret? Oh, I didn't hear that. If you want God, make you take bribe, make you worship him. Pastors are afraid to preach on worship because you can kill with worship, with prayer, but you can never kill with worship. You never thought of that. With prayer, you can kill, but with worship, you can't. How do you kill a person with worship? And let me tell you something. Where there is too much prayer, there is too much segregation and groupings. We have more prayer groups in our churches than more worship teams. It is difficult for people to join praise and worship team than for them to join prayer team or women's fellowship or men's fellowship. You know why? When you become a worshiper, you remain under God's light 24/7. So every mistake you do will come out. It is not because you are a sinner. It is because he is purifying you to be edible in his mouth. Stop running away from that. You are wired to be liked by him. Let us make man in our image first, and then the way we will like. I may be walking this way. It is not my heart that is limping.
Glory! Glory!
You didn't get it.
Glory!
I may be walking like I'm not a perfect man, but I got a perfect heart. I don't have enough money, but I got enough heart. I don't look so charming, but I got a charming heart. That's why you pray more and I worship more, and I get more and you get less. When last did you propose to God? Charlie, people get sweet words. Charlie. They will give you raps and you're like, oh, Steve. And then you melt. Ladies, not true or false?
True.
Charlie. Chief, guys, Charlie, Bros, when I get raps. When last did you compact all that and go before God? I say, you are the only God who can carry a 5,000 kilograms of load with an egg, yet the egg will not crack. The only one who goes to fetch water with a basket and no drop is lost. The one who can stretch his hands into nothing and find me.
That's right.
One that the family says, I don't matter. He just stretched his hands into not mattering things and fetched the matterable thing. This is my English. I don't care how you grammatically find my errors, but you understand what I'm saying. The God that out of the nobody. What you know, when you worship God to that level where you run short of words, then Satan will run short of weapons.
Hey! Glory! Glory!
As for prayer, you have tongues to cover up. So you don't need a heart to pray. But when it comes to worship, you need a heart.
That's right. That's right.
Can I get just 5 minutes of your time?
Oh, yes.
And I'll give you your scriptures. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something. The more I walk with mommy, after years, we begin to look like each other.
Yes. That's right.
Worship draws you closer to God. Prayer takes you closer to Satan. Ask me how.
How?
Who do you attack when you pray?
The enemy. You attack the enemy.
David never mentioned Goliath's name in their battle. Check it. He said, who is this uncircumcised? They mentioned his name, but David never repeated the name. Read your Bible. His God was too big to let that man-made thing be bigger. Excuse me. Like, seriously? Are you getting me? So David was like, oh, he doesn't deserve an armory. Just a stone. A stone is a chip of a rock. And I said the rock of ages. So that rock knows the chip that can crack the hardest part of the skull. The problems you are going through are still persistent because you have not worshipped God. Not because you don't pray, but it's because you don't worship. In my life, Lord, be glorified. And then you check your phone. Ping, ping. Be glorified. I used to have dreadlocks. And I have a lot of hair, so it was quite long. From 83 to 98 was how long I wore. To 95 was how long I wore my locks. And you now, if you see this fine man plus locks, you know now. So, you know, are you getting me? Please forgive me. Can I take this thing off?
Thank you.
Now we're talking about worship. It has nothing to do with looks. It's about how he makes you. So to you, but why is Pastor taking everything off? Yes, so that I will have everything of him on.
Amen.
You are still not getting it. When last were you so crazy that you didn't care whether your makeup will be messed up for him to make you up? Oh, don't worry, I'm a Ghanaian. Just like Nigerian. Bros, your eye no red before. Your eye go feel red where you know they see your mama. If the solution you they look for, no be matter. Chai. You go there, Ross. And if I know that all I want, I need not do paye. I go like, no. You know, I never believed you could give me life. And you just did. Judging where I'm coming from last night. Do you know sometimes we often will come from the bedroom of our fiancé straight to come and hold the microphone. Yet he didn't kick you out. It's because he's waiting for that worship. He's after the heart, not the act. That is it. Worshippers don't judge. They don't criticize. They don't break. They don't crash. They love. What made you the worshiper with this heart? Where there is worship, there is nothing like separation. There is only humility. The first identity of worship is humility. Last Friday, my brother was telling the church that, you see this man, if you go to Ghana, you will struggle before you see him. You book appointments, do this, do that, do that. And yet we have him here without struggle. Then I waited. When we were over, I whispered to him, you know what? I am the only pastor in Accra that is very popular, yet without protocol. Because I cannot be worshipped and be arrogant. If you don't know who your God is, you will fear who comes to you. When they were nobodies, they spoke against protocol. Now grace has found them, and they have chains of things you have to go through before you see them. Where is your worship? How much did it cost you before you saw God? Can you look at your neighbor and tell the person, please flex it? Oh, bros, make you talk him now. Talk him, bros. Flex him now. You'll be too fingering. You are too tight up there. Kindly. You come to church and it is worship because there is that guy in the corner. You want to catch his attention. So, Kabio, and sometimes we force our voice to break. Oh, you hate me, so you are looking at me that way. Mommy, thank you for inviting me. We will meet again. So you're Kabio. Hello, it is worship. It is not prayer topic. When will you have a smile on your face as you worship the Lord? Because when you are telling your guy sweet words, you smile. You don't frown. Because you don't understand worship. You keep a hard face. When you're brushing your teeth, the choice is yours to determine how your face will look. You can smile whilst doing it. You know? It is your choice. But when it comes to worship, he is too beautiful for you to carry this hard campe face. Take the starch and the super glue off your face and be as flexible as he is. Church is not complex. God is so simple and so loving. Who can describe love? Oh, I will describe it. And you can write it down. That's my kind of description of love. Love is a feeling you feel. When you feel, you are feeling a feeling you've never felt before. Do you love that description or definition? But the love of God is not a feeling love. Because anything you feel is temporal. It is what you know that is permanent. And because Paul was deprived of that contact, he said, oh, that I may know him. Look at your neighbor. Tell that person, please smile. You see how you are struggling to smile? It is not in your nature. A smile is a weakness to you. But in the sight of God, smile is the first ingredient of worship. Lift you high above the earth and the heaven. You are Lord. You are Lord. Yes, you are. And God, who is preparing that meal? How many of you have fasted before? You do fasting before. How does it feel between 3:30 to 5:30? Where you go pass behind somebody in the kitchen where they prepare black pepper. That thing is not troublesome, guy. That black pepper. If they travel, go far, and then you are fasting, but the smell, the odor of that pepper can let you forget you are fasting. And go. Sometimes you forget this is the bus stop, and then you rather pursue them before you come back to your senses. Now that is how to attract God. He's waiting to get that sweet smelling fragrance of your worship to be attracted into your case. God will not come because you prayed. You're like, great is thine faithfulness. Great is thine faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thine hands has provided. Great is thine faith. Can I be frank here? You are in Holland, Den Haag, right? Can you tell me you are better than some people from Nigeria? Yet you are still nagging and complaining. And you know the number of people who go for visa and they are rejected. Whichever way you went through, you are here. Have you said thank you? Greed is the greatest enemy of worship. Selfishness is the greatest enemy of worship. Unsatisfactory heart is the greatest enemy of worship. Bro, sometimes we even go home with nothing. Yet those we left behind see us as something.
That's right. That's right.
Meanwhile, you know say so far for you. But if you go there, now you be your car. When last did you propose to God? Am I talking to somebody this morning? Are we realizing how we have deprived God of his favorite meal? God does not eat prayers. He eats worship. So the more prayer you pray, the less food you give to him. In the morning,